Yeah, I'm not gonna pour that in there. Hola. Hi. How y'all doing today? Good to see you. Welcome back. Sorry for the no upload last week. In all reality, I kind of just got lazy. Like I said in that last vlog, it's about consistency, and I still haven't built the habit to fully crank out videos every week, so sorry about that. But for today's video, I thought we'd be a little bit more adventurous, so I took the bicycle out. Already probably biked, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 miles, maybe 7, somewhere around there, just to be a little active. It feels nice out today. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I decided to head to the park. Nice and natural out here. Check this out real quick. Look at that. Beautiful. A good day, nice and shady, surrounded by trees. That's pretty awesome to me. It's the kind of scenery I would like to have in the park. Imagine those trees, but instead of all green all the time, you know, when fall comes around, they're all just yellow and red. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But anywho, today's vlog, not a whole lot going on. Just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update for the business. Really just a few other ramblings. So for the business, I actually got with the Chamber of Commerce here in my town and set up a meeting. So I'll be meeting with an advisor sometime this week. And we had a long phone conversation about the idea, about the whole park and the concepts I've come up with already. And he gave me some pointers and some things I should bring to the first meeting. And yeah, I mean, we're getting the ball rolling little by little. I'd say as of right now, I don't fully know what I'm doing, but hopefully this advisor can give me some help with that. I'll let y'all know when we finish the meeting, see what comes of it, and figure out our next steps. I got some of the wood burn pieces, like that video that I made a few weeks ago. I'm selling them now in a few different shops around my town, so that's pretty cool. We'll see how they do. I'm not fully expecting them to go crazy, but I've already gotten 2 sales, so that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna keep it up. It's fun, gets me in the fall spirit. Maybe I'll make another video or 2 about them, show you what I've come up with already. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. Other than that, not a whole lot. Fall semester is gonna start here in about a month or so. You know, I've still got a few semesters of college left to go, but we're almost done, almost out of there. And then I can focus fully on the park idea. And actually, that brings up something I'd want to talk about too for a little bit now. So, I don't know if it's silly or ridiculous. I mean, hell, it's probably even a little, I don't want to say insane, but just like ridiculous, crazy. I had a job at the start of summer, right? First job out of the military. I was very excited. It was just sales, doing furniture sales for a company. And I know that sounds boring, but to me, my degree is in marketing and professional sales. I was ready to go. I was pumped. You know, I got through orientation, got through some of the training, and actually had started work on my very first sale for the business. And then that same week, so this is about 2.5 weeks into working, that same week we got a call from the corporate building that's like the head honcho of the business, the HQ. And they told us that my job, my manager's job, and the district manager's job were all being eliminated. And so I'm just like, I was here only 2 weeks and my job got eliminated nationwide. I was just like, okay, it happens. You know, I'm not butthurt about it or anything like that, but it got me thinking a little bit more. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had this thought in the past before, but I'm not really sure, you know, if I can help it, if I can make this business happen. I'm not sure if I really want to work for someone again. Maybe it's me being young and naive or stupid, but you know, I think making that decision that I want to become my own boss and really putting my foot into it will fingers crossed, at least pay off later on down the road. Sorry about that, I had a big ass ant on my leg. Almost bit me. Feel free to call me silly, crazy, whatnot, maybe dumb. But I'm in a good financial position to where I can live a pretty comfortable life for at least another year or two. And I kind of want to take a crack at just building the business and focusing on that. You know, I think the military also put a bit of a sour taste in my mouth for having a boss. I guess we could talk about that a little bit too, give y'all some more lore, if you will, into my backstory. So I'm originally from Texas. I finished high school in 2017, went to a community college down there for a semester. At the time, I wanted to get a master's degree in aerospace engineering. You know, I was very big into space, rocket ships, interplanetary travel, that kind of stuff. It was cool to me. Still is, it's not really my passion anymore. You know, turns out you need to know a lot of math to do that kind of stuff, and I don't really like math that much. I can do a little bit of calculus, but once you go from 2 dimensions to 3-dimension calculus, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I can make money the other ways. Anywho, I finished that first semester, and then I started doing the numbers on what it would cost to get a master's degree. And I realized I don't have that money, and my family doesn't. At the time, and still now, I really don't like having debt. I am not a big fan of debt. So I didn't want to take on school debt at the time. So if I didn't have the money, my parents don't have the money, and I don't want to get a loan, the next best thing I thought was join the military. And that's what I did. I went in Air Force, did 4 years, started in 2018, left in 2022, and I'd say for the most part it was good. You know, overall it was a net positive for my life. It's given me opportunities and the ability to live comfortably for this next year or two. So for all the stress and trouble it brought, it also gave me a lot of opportunities. So I'd say if you're young, like I was at the time, I was 18, 19, and you really don't feel like you have anywhere else to go, military could be a good option. It'll give you quite a few benefits, especially if you finish out your contract. So, you know, think about it. Just understand that it won't be easy. And I guess that's where I'm going with this. So the first 2 years of my military contract were good. You know, I mean, I was young, still learning, still being trained. And then after my first deployment, well, my only deployment, I really kind of got a mindset shift when it came to everything military. You know, there's a lot of stereotypes for military out there, but a big thing about it is just following orders. You know, and that just comes with the nature of the job. But being that I was young and, I mean, straight up just emotional, I didn't like that a whole lot. And it really wore on my mental health for a while there towards the end. You know, I was pretty combative. We toughed it out, we still worked hard, finished my contract. And now I get to live a life that I enjoy, that I'm comfortable with. But all that to say that because I had that negative experience towards the end of my contract in the military, specifically towards higher leadership not exactly caring about you as a person or what you have to say or what you think, just do as you're told. I see a lot of that in other places I've tried to go and work at, and I just don't like it. Now I'm thinking, rather than put up with all that, why not just have my own business? Motivate myself rather than having someone force me to do it. So, we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed that it goes somewhere and that becomes successful. But we'll see. I mean, people launch businesses every day, and some go on to be big, some not so big. But I hope y'all will join me for the journey. We'll go from there. Look at me just rambling on like that. As far as the videos go, I will upload this vlog this week. So by the time you're seeing this, it'll probably be, what's today, Tuesday? Probably be like Thursday or Friday. But I'll get to work on another video and try and get it uploaded this week as well, since I missed an upload last week. Kind of balance it out, you know. Y'all, let me know what you think about the stuff so far. If you have any ideas or pointers or things you'd like to see, you know, I'm open to doing stuff. Because right now I got a big old list of stuff that I want to make. And so far y'all seem to be liking it, but just let me know if y'all want something different. Almost the middle of July. Got about another month or two before the fall season starts setting in. And I'll probably start doing a few more vlogs at that time too. It'll feel real nice outside. Sorry, there's a bunch of, I think it's like a field trip or something. We'll look that way though. How about that? How about I give y'all a view of canopy? How about that? Just imagine all that green. During the summer it'd be pretty, of course. You could have summertime events and whatnot, but in the fall, just imagine all of that. Just yellow, red, orange. You got little shops out there in the distance, little walking trails, right? Maybe like you got a bonfire and you got someone telling stories around and there's a bunch of benches or chairs. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think I'll probably work this week on building an actual layout of the park. A little rough draft. Let y'all see what it looks like. Can't promise it'll be the official thing, but just to keep y'all in the loop as I go ahead and create this business. But at this point, I think I'm just running out of things to talk about. You know, I don't want to drag the video on just for making it longer. So leave a comment, tag along for future videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.